Yep.
Hey guys, Cam from 15, joined by my Uncle Daryl, back with another Chicago Bears video. It's been the first one in a while since we've done together. He's just
Yep.
been busy with his own stuff going on. It looked like we were gonna be on track to talk the Bears Packers game recap, but then he got called into work, I think in the
Oh
second
my
quarter.
God. It's like second quarter, man. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Why is my phone ringing? You guys know what I'm doing. I was like, are you guys Packer fans?
Um, we'll talk a little bit about the game because I already
Yeah.
did my game recap breakdown with on the
It was
channel.
good too. I liked it.
Um, Look, I said it in the game recap. We had to hope for outside matters if we wanted to clinch the playoff berth. If not, we just got to go take care of business ourselves. And lucky enough,
Yeah.
the Steelers, I wasn't feeling confident that, they could find a way to win Detroit. And lo and behold, they found a way to win and hold on just barely.
Found a
I was,
way. They went in Detroit and beat the brakes off of them.
well, yeah, but it came down to like, the wire, though.
Oh, I was just I mean, Detroit lost, and then, but on the other hand, I'm sitting over there saying to myself, okay, Warren is in the fantasy league of the guy I'm going up against, and this Joker just put up 30 points.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, okay, all right, at least Detroit lost.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
can do
thing.
that.
That's a good thing. Detroit did lose.
Yeah,
Again, like, I didn't expect it. I think what helped the Steelers win that game was that Gainwell touchdown before halftime, which I still
mm-hmm,
don't know how he
mm-hmm,
caught that. And then obviously he had the great awareness to get up and just walk in for the touchdown.
yeah,
Again, for people who don't know, it was back and forth game in that second half. I'm thinking the Steelers going to walk away fairly easily. They were up 24. No, they were up like 29 something. And
20.
then
I think it was 29-17. I believe it
yeah,
was.
around that range. And
Yeah,
then the ensuing like Lions drives, they just kept going down the field in less than 2 minutes. And I'm like, dude, come on now.
yeah,
And then the Steelers, they get the ball back. Boswell, who's one of the most accurate kickers in the freaking league, he doinks it right off the freaking upright, and it looked like it was gonna be a missed kick anyways. And then, stressful enough, the Lions get all the way down. At first, it looked like they were gonna get a touchdown, but then they get called for a pass interference by Isaac Tesla, and then it's the last play of the game, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is short of the goal line. He ended up having an offensive pass interference there too. And then I
yeah.
guess he shoveled it to Jared Goff, who dove in for the end zone. After basically the referees that took like dang near 10 minutes or so just to come up with the freaking flag when it was just that altogether. They basically said offensive PI, the game is over, and the Lions lost. And it was absolutely hilarious because when we beat the Packers, all these Lion fans like, oh, all we got to do is win out, and we can come up and steal the division from the Bears. Yeah, that's not happening.
No, that's not happening. No. I think the main thing, you know, for me is yeah, one Detroit did lose. Um, Green Bay is lost, but more importantly for Green Bay, Love with his concussion. Now, right now, they haven't really come up with any long term prognosis as far as his concussion, how it relates to the team. But the Bears could potentially be the only team in our division in the playoffs.
No,
Potentially.
yeah, potentially.
Yeah, potentially. So, um, but that sure does add a lot of flair to the Packers Bears rivalry with the way Booker um, took a roughing the passer call, and then maybe what, couple plays, two, three plays after that, he knocks him out with a concussion. I mean, that's going to be something to really look forward to next season in this rivalry, especially. if Love misses any time. So that's one thing we all need to look out for moving forward.
Um, but thanks to subsequently alone Aaron Rodgers beating the Lions for us, the Bears clinched the playoff berth. We are
Yep.
in. We secured a spot in the playoffs. So that was what
Yeah.
we wanted.
Yeah.
Because other than that, we would have to go to San Francisco to go clinch it. But now what's at stake is just locking up the division. So next week we just got to go beat San Francisco. We at least got to get one more win, whether it's against San Francisco or Detroit in the last final week of the season, or the Packers end up losing to either the Vikings or the Ravens. They play the Ravens next week, albeit they don't look like they could go into Lambeau and beat the Packers because the way they played didn't really inspire me
Yeah.
to watching that game.
Yeah. I about to say they threw a complete bomb, at home against New England. So I mean, they look horrible. More importantly for the Bears, playoff posturing. I mean, we still potentially could get the number one seed.
Yeah,
Seattle would have to.
lose another
Seattle would
game.
Yeah, Seattle would have to lose. Um, if we in Seattle end up tied or end up with a tie, then the conference records um, would come into play. And right now, I think we're tied with Seattle with our conference records at 7-3, I believe it is. So Rams conference record is 6-4. So we have a leg up on the Rams as far as the conference record is concerned. So we still potentially could get the number one seed,
Yeah.
but that would take the Bears winning out. I mean,
Yeah.
we would have to beat San Francisco and then beat Detroit. So it's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still in our grasp. So, and while we can see it, reach for it, go for
I say, yeah, that's it. Go for it.
it. Yeah,
I said it in the game recap. We can go into San Francisco, right that wrong that happened last year, where we got
yep,
basically teeth kicked in last year. And then
yep,
obviously the final week is righting the wrong of week two, where we got our butts whooped by the Lions. And geez, Louise,
yep,
what got better? What did the Lions have to find a way to just win a game and get to the playoffs, and we can be the ones to knock them out? And the only reason why I don't want to play with fire with that case is because we saw what happened in 2010. We had a chance to eliminate the Packers to get them out of the playoffs. We ended up losing that game, and what happened? They came into our building, the NFC Championship game, beat us to go to the Super Bowl. So
yeah.
I hope that
So,
the Packers and the Lions both lose their concurrent games. I don't know if one of them is going to still get in, because realistically, that final spot too is going to be between the Panthers and the Buccaneers.
that
And
was a
this is
great game. That was a really good game as well too. So, the Panthers, who play really well at home. Bryce Young had a really good game. He was solid. He made some really good throws. He was elusive. He that was a typical the Panthers defense. Got to give them kudos as well too. They the Buccaneers came in with a plan to, run the ball. And, it worked early on, but at the cost of Baker Mayfield in the passing game, the Panthers adjusted and they, they did pretty well. So whoever gets that division is going to be in. The four division winners are going to be in. You got the Rams, who more likely are going to be in.
Yeah, they are in. They already clinched the
Yeah,
playoff
they
berth.
are in. Okay, all right. So that's five spots, right? That's five spots right there. So there's what, two more spots available, and you
No,
still got San
San
Francisco.
Francisco clinched today. So when the Steelers
Yeah,
beat
well,
Chicago and San Francisco clinched.
Yeah, so San Francisco's in. So now you only have one spot available.
Yep.
So, I mean, you still got Green Bay, you still got Detroit, and
And
I'm
Tampa or
thinking,
Carolina.
well, you got the four division winners. The four division, whoever
Yeah,
wins
but
that division
Tampa Bay's
between
still in the
Tampa,
hunt.
whoever wins that game between Tampa and they're in. Um,
Yeah, but
I
that's
don't
that's
think
also
I don't think I don't think the loser anyone else from the NFC South is going to be in. I really
Yeah.
don't. Their records are not good at all. Because right
Well,
now Tampa's 7-8.
well, I think that's concurrent of what happens with the Packers and the Lions. If they lose out, then I
Maybe,
think they're both out.
maybe. But right now, that's still looking really good for Green Bay
Yeah.
to get that last spot.
Then
So,
that's
because right now, what are they 9-5-1?
yep.
Yeah, 9-5-1. So with those 9 wins, they could be that last team.
Yeah,
I
and
just can't see at this particular moment, um, Tampa Bay. I mean, and they could. Tampa Bay could win out for a 9-8 record, but again, that tie with Green Bay pretty much holds strong over just about anyone that's going to come up beneath them. So Green Bay still looks good. I just don't think Carolina or Tampa could potentially get that spot if they lose out. But Detroit would have to win out.
yeah,
But
they have to win out to even have a
yeah,
chance.
they would have to win out. And I really can't think of any other team in the NFC that could potentially even threaten for that last spot outside of, Green Bay and Detroit right now. And I know I said earlier that both of them could be out, but mathematically, I don't think that's possible at this moment.
We'll see. I hope they're both out. I hope. Because
Well,
I don't see
who else come in? Guys, it's not going to be Tampa.
it's either going to be Carolina and Tampa because they'll have the better record than both of them.
They can't.
Oh, well,
I mean, for me, mathematically, they can't. For right now, Carolina's 8-7. Carolina's 8-7.
yeah.
If they lose out, that team is 8-9.
Yeah.
8-9. Right now, Detroit, Green Bay will never have an 8-9 record.
Yeah.
And neither will Detroit. So I mean, well, wait a minute. What isn't Detroit's record 8-6 or something
check.
like that?
Let me
Eight
check.
and
Let me check. Yeah, I gotta check that. Let's see. Detroit. Detroit only has 8 wins. They're 8-7.
Okay, well then, yeah, and you are correct in
They
your
lose the
assessment.
next 2 games.
If they
They go
lose out,
8-9.
if they lose out and they end up with an 8-9 tie, and keep in mind, Atlanta's in that mix too. Because if
Atlanta's already been eliminated.
how so? They
They were
won
eliminated from
yesterday.
playoff contention like 3 weeks ago.
They
They've been
couldn't have been.
eliminated. They were one of the
They
first
couldn't have
teams.
been.
Yeah, they
Look at
have.
this. Look at this. And you're more likely right because you keep up with this a lot more than I do. But if Tampa Bay, because right now,
Landed 6 and
Tampa,
7 with 2 weeks left to go. They're eliminated.
if Tampa loses out, they would be
Oh, they're done, though.
who?
Tampa. If they lose out, they're done.
Well, but the division is still in play.
Yeah.
If Atlanta wins out and Tampa splits with
We're talking about Atlanta. Atlanta's already eliminated. They have no shot.
I gotta admit that don't sound right to me mathematically. If all of them teams don't get me wrong. I'm not doubting you. Oh, crumb snatchers. But if all of them teams in that division wound up being 8-8, 8-9, which is mathematical possibility, then they will all be 2-3 in the division too. So how does that work out for the division if they all are mathematically 8-9?
The Panthers are 3-2 in the division right now. Tampa Bay.
Well, right now I'm talking about before yesterday. I was talking about before yesterday. If they would all lost, if Atlanta would have won out.
Atlanta was also eliminated by yesterday too. They were eliminated 3-4 weeks ago.
Wow, that mathematically that made no sense when Atlanta could have still won out, ended the year 8-9. Tampa Bay could have ended the year 8-9, and also Carolina could have ended up the year 8-9. Oh, Tampa and Tampa and Atlanta had to do was split their last two games and then lose their last one, 8-9.
Yeah, but that didn't happen. Atlanta's no
No, it
problem.
didn't happen. I mean, but right now, I hope Carolina wins that division. I think they got they defensively they have the better team to come into your building and win. But no shot. I just don't think if the way Tampa is playing right now, no shot.
Well, Tampa's good. Tampa plays a cakewalk against Miami.
That's true. That's true. Because Miami got blasted by Cincinnati.
So, regardless, look, the Bears made the playoffs. I think
Yeah,
we can all say we're happy about that.
yeah,
It's just, I think the thing that I'm happy about this time, and this is the first time we made the playoffs since 2020. And even
right.
then, when you go back to the year, I didn't really value that playoff run or that chance where we made the playoffs because we backdoored our way into the getting the playoffs that year. And that was at the tail end of the Nagy era, even though we had one more year left of Nagy we had to deal with. But
Yeah,
see, this okay, so like this year, I'm gonna value this playoff run. And I said it last night in my game recap. I hope this is like not a one hit year, one wonder thing where even if we go out in the first round, I hope going into next year we look to improve upon mostly the defensive side of the ball, especially in the
yeah,
trenches, and then we're
yeah,
consistently good. It's not that, oh, we were good for this one year and then we're going to be bad and we're going to be bottom of the barrel for the NFC North the rest of like 5 more, 6 more years and we got to make a whole different change again and
yeah,
everything. And oh, we're going to be back for this 1 year hit wonder because that's the problem. We get to the
yeah,
playoffs, we have a good year, and then going into the following season, we just have a year where it just is going to be bad. Look, at the end of the day, we know more than likely we're going to get a tough schedule because if we win the NFC North, we're going to get a first place schedule. So that's given.
mm-hmm,
The only thing we got
mm-hmm,
to mostly do is, again, like I said, I think there's some dudes, especially in the I think the offense is fine. You're obviously gonna have to figure out what you need to do with DeAndre Swift. You're gonna bring him back, or get another complimentary back to Kyle Monangai. Honestly, what DeAndre Swift has given us, I'm okay with bringing him back. But most of the changes, like I said last night, has to be on the defense side of the ball. Jaquan Brisker, I don't think he should come back. I think he just plays too boneheaded for me to come back. He gets burnt too much, and I'd rather say re-sign C.J. Gardner Johnson. He's a better safety than a cover corner because again, he can't
yeah,
cover as
yeah.
a
I was
slot
about to
corner.
say his cover skills are no longer there. So I would probably say he's probably better suited for
Safety.
larger packages, dime nickel, but mostly as a safety. You pop them in, the standard set, then yeah, because I mean he got toasted.
You got toasted by Dobbs.
He got toasted by Dobbs, and it wasn't even close.
That was just like with
So
the Christian Watson slant.
yeah,
Right off the ball.
he got toasted by Cleveland too. So I agree with you. I think bolstering the front seven, especially the line on the defense,
Yeah.
would be good. Adding some more depth on the offensive line would probably be helpful as well too.
I think we got Dev. I think we just need better.
Well, we I think we could use a little bit more depth because I mean, granted, the Bears had some struggles with left tackle until they made it all the way down to Trapillo and wound up solving a lot of those woes. But we I really haven't seen a lot of depth when we're talking about the other positions.
Yeah.
What if Tooney goes down? What if, I
Well,
mean, we had issues.
Luke Newman has been a
Yeah,
solid dude who
well,
has
they've
come
been,
in.
so, yeah, they have. But, years past has shown us that the Bears really can't survive injury. And if we don't have that requisite depth on the offensive line, now, granted, we had it with left tackle. I think they knew that. I think they knew coming in that they had to put some depth at that left tackle position. But everything's solved out there. But I think the main concern for me is yes, let's make sure that the defensive line we have depth there. The linebacking core proved really good when we had major injuries. They proved
I like
themselves to be
DeMarco
very
Jackson.
solid.
DeMarco
Yeah,
Jackson, honestly, if the Bears decide like, hey, we're not going to bring Tremaine back, I'm okay with bringing back DeMarco Jackson and sliding because he played really well next to
yeah,
TJ Edwards alongside of him. And then we saw yesterday there were so many times Tremaine Edmonds had a chance to make a play and he whiffed.
yeah.
I was pulling my hair out, even though I don't have barely have no hair, when Malik Willis is out juking this dude, and the
Oh
play is
yeah,
there to be made.
yeah. And some could say, playing devil's advocate. Well, it was his first game back, and he probably was a little rusty, and let's let him get a couple more games under his belt. Nah, I'm not buying. I'm not buying that.
Yeah, he's
Um,
been in the league too long. Even though he's
yeah,
still a
yeah,
young
yeah.
player,
He
he's been
he's
in the
been
league too
around a
long.
lot longer than that to miss a tackle like that.
Like heck, in the first
But
overtime period, even though we did manage to stop them, when the first play of overtime, the Packers run the play. He shoots the gap correctly, whiffs on the tackle. The running back goes
yeah,
right past him.
yeah. So I mean, the defensive line. We still could use another edge rusher because if you see
We
Odadangbo,
desperately need an edge rusher.
yeah, because you notice over the past, now he might be hurt. I believe he is.
Odangbo is hurt. He
Odangbo,
tore his Achilles.
but I'm glad of that because I gotta admit he has not been good at all. All he was doing was bull rushing. I think they started a little bit more stunts with the defensive line just so they can get guys moving around, especially when they started moving around with Booker and Sweat. Um, so yes, the defensive line. I would go with maybe another solid linebacker. For me, the secondary is good as long as they're healthy. But yes, I do agree with you on Brisker to the point whereas there's just sometimes it just seems like he just doesn't want to be there. It just sometimes he just doesn't want to be there. Maybe I don't know for whatever reason. Maybe he feels he's not the man or anything like that. But he's
I just
I
think he
think Gardner
talks too much
Johnson.
and he doesn't back up his play.
Yeah, I think Gardner Johnson has played the position a little bit better than he has. Um, but we could use another running back. A third running back would be nice.
Yeah, that's been a
And
problem for all season long.
yeah, third running back would be nice. And special teams. I think although special teams have been a bit better, but we probably should get a little bit more leadership and strategy at the special teams coordinator position. I think he needs to go.
Well, yeah. It's, yeah, going back to the playoff talk before we kind of talk a little bit about the roster stuff. I'm just gonna value this because look, it's been a fun season. I haven't had this
Yes.
fun watching the Bears since 2018. And it's been a blast to watch this team. And that's why, when you look at the roster and the outlook going on for the future, you don't know if like some of the coaching staff members going to go. You don't know if maybe Kansas City gives a call to Eric Bieniemy because Nagy may go get a job for whatever reason. I don't know why a team would be offering another job, but okay. Bieniemy might be getting a call from the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey man, we're so sorry for letting you go as an offensive coordinator. Could you come back? That would be an upgrade. He's not going to turn that down.
Yeah. I don't I
Al
don't believe so
Harris.
either.
He might
Now,
potentially be gone.
now, Al Harris, on the other hand, yes, with the wonders he's done with that with that secondary. Come on now, you know how NFL teams like to do. They'll grab a guy in a heartbeat. And now, would a defensive coordinator position come up where Al Harris may be able to grab it?
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah,
Be job openings
yeah.
open.
Oh yeah, yeah. Dallas.
Well, knowing Jerry
Uh,
Jones, he'll keep bum ass Eberflus.
yeah, he'll keep Eberflus because I'm pretty sure Eberflus is coming on the cheap.
Yeah.
You know,
Um.
but I expect Al Harris to get a lot of looks. I expect Bieniemy to get those same looks.
Yep.
I mean, you got to look at if I'm a NFL football team, you got to be looking at the coaching staffs of teams that are winning.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy this, and whatever happens in the playoffs, whatever, it happens, it happens. We're
Yeah,
way ahead of what I thought we were going into the season. I projected we may either be 8-9 or 9-8, and I'm like,
we
okay, I'd be
did.
fine with that.
We did.
And we have doubled that. We're 11-4. We win against San Francisco. We'll hit what we hit in 2018, and if we beat the
Hmm.
Lions, we'll be one game better than what the 2018 team is. The only difference
Correct.
is you can make the argument the this offense is better than the 2018 offense, but the defense for 2018 is insanely better than this year's defense, mostly because they had the pass rush. Um,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna take this for grant. I'm gonna enjoy this because it's one of the few years the Bears are actually good for once, and
yeah.
you know I have to give credit to everybody. There were some moves that, hey, I was critical on Ryan Poles. I was wrong about. Nashawn Wright, I said it in my game recap. He needs to come back. He needs to come back.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
care
for
how they
sure.
do it. He needs to
For
come back.
sure. Don't let that guy go. Our secondary has been horrible for years. And once we made once it was Jalen Johnson. When Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon went down, I mean, that those injuries right there turned Deshaun Wright into a star. Now, granted, his first game wasn't that great, but that game right there, when he first came up, those injuries right there just told us what type of players that we have. Deshaun Wright, we bring it on Gardner Johnson.
Yep.
So, I mean, whereas in years past, then, oh man, I got to admit, the backups were just horrible.
Yeah.
Uh, what was it? Last year, the year was last year, I believe it was, when Brisker went down. And I mean, the secondary was flat out atrocious. Whereas now it's just a total 180. Dennis Allen has done a really good, amazing job of coming up with um, really good strategies for the defense based on injuries, which is something that Eberflus can never do.
Yep.
Um, Foles is really he's done well in finding players that that fit what Allen wants to do. So well, let's not rest on our laurels. Let's just, keep improving upon the roster and, let's go get these two wins because right now the number one seed is in
Number
sight.
one seed's in
So,
play. Now,
yeah,
like we
number
now
one
we can
seed
go
is in
into the San
sight.
Francisco game, not having to worry about, okay, we got to win this game to get a playoff game, and you're playing with more urge. Now you just go into this maybe playing a little bit free, saying like, hey man, look, we got our playoff spot. What happens happens, but if we can go out there and try to go get that one seed and compete, because the good thing is you're the Sunday night game. You can see what the landscape of the NFC is going to look. You're going to see if the Packers are going to lose to the Ravens. You're going to see what the Lions do on Christmas Day, and if the
Yeah,
Vikings somehow beat them again. You can see
yeah,
what the Panthers do as a favor, beat the Seattle Seahawks next week in Carolina.
yeah.
And if that's the case, well, then that means, okay, then we got to win this game.
Well, I mean, they got to win anyway. Has the Bears won the NFC North?
Oh yeah, yeah, we still got. Well, if the Packers lose to the
That's correct.
Ravens, we
The
still win. We
NFC
win the NFC North.
the NFC North is still in play. So with that being said, they have to go to Frisco and win that game. So
Oh yeah, if
so the season's technically not over yet. You still got to win the North,
yeah,
and Green Bay is still in play. Now granted, we did talk about Green Bay as it relates to injury because now if Love can't go, then that sets Green Bay back a bit. But we can't think about that. You got to go into San Francisco, win that game. We win that game, we win the North. It's just that simple.
well, we'll see the outcome is. But again, with the Sunday night game, if the Packers
Yeah,
lose the Ravens, we'll win the
yeah,
North outright, which means only
yeah.
thing we got to play for is the first seed.
Right. So we still the Bears still have quite a bit to play for. So again, resting on your laurels is just should not be an option right now. Let's go win these last two games and take what's ahead of us. NFC North, number one seed, both of those things are in play. And I say let's go get it.
Yeah, and it's not with the way the defense played last or on Saturday. We're definitely gonna have to play a lot better if we're gonna beat San Francisco because Shanahan he's gonna be using a lot of McCaffrey and a lot of Purdy. I just hope
Well, I
that
mean, Purdy. I mean, McCaffrey is a threat. I gotta admit, McCaffrey is a threat. Don't get me wrong; he's a threat everywhere on the football field. Um, I'm just not a big Brock Purdy fan.
well,
Um,
only reason why I say Brock Purdy gonna be a problem because we can't get no pass rush to stop this guy to
oh
get him on
yeah,
the
that's
ground.
true. That's true. That's true. You know, but the secondary is good enough to be able to hold the line long enough to for the pass rush to get to Purdy.
Well,
You know, it's our pass rush is not one of them things. Whereas, you know, um, we can get to a guy in 3 seconds. No, pass rush ain't that good.
you're gonna get to
So,
Malik Willis in 10 seconds.
but yeah, I know. But the secondary, on the other hand, the secondary can hold the line long enough for the defensive line to get to him in what 5 seconds.
Well,
But
that's gonna be
you
too.
know,
Oh, he'll pick us apart easy because he's gonna get
yeah.
that ball
So
away.
and I gotta admit, the wide receiver core in San Francisco is decent. You know, no Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, but they
So
still
I
got Juwan
mean,
Jennings who's putting
they
up
still got
highs.
Jawan
They
Jennings,
got
Ricky
George Kittle.
Pearsall. They still got George Kittle. So, but I do like our front seven enough, whereas we can actually um, give Purdy some looks, whereas he may not necessarily know where to go with the football.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I,
We'll see.
I, I'm just happy is that the Lions may miss the playoffs, and they were talking all this junk about Ben Johnson this, Ben Johnson that. Now,
Yeah,
guess what?
yeah. Now,
They're
guess what? They're going to be out, and you got Dan Campbell calling the plays, and that's going to be an issue for the Lions. Their secondary is going to be an issue for them as well too. Joseph is still out, and um, so I mean the Lions got issues all the way around. So um, it would be pretty cool, is with all the success the Lions have had over the past 3 years, that they miss the playoffs once their golden goose gets away.
yeah. And right now, with the way the playoffs are structured, if the playoffs were finalized today, we'd be playing, sadly, Green Bay again. But hey,
Green Bay again,
let's go beat
and
these guys
again,
again.
and again, just like I said before, the rivalry is at a high point because the Bears put their quarterback down, and I'm pretty sure that concussion injury. Watch that concussion injury, because um, the longer he's out, the more hatred is going to build from the Packers side towards the Bears.
Yeah, I just hope this time in the playoffs, if we do see them, we beat them this time again and actually be
Well,
the ones to eliminate them, not having to
well,
hope and pray that
that's
another
correct.
team does that for
That's
us.
correct. But these type motivations are really, they're these type motivations can carry a team through. But with no Parsons and no Love, uh,
Well, I
that's,
expect Love to be back for the playoffs if they make it.
well, if they make it, but again, we don't know how a concussion can, you know, keep a quarterback down.
So we'll see. Look, we're happy that the Bears made the playoffs. There's
Yep,
a lot of work left to do.
yep,
But hey, I'm gonna enjoy it. Enjoy this week. We beat the Packers. Monday still I'm just that game was crazy. I still
yeah,
can't get over that. I'm still watching the highlights of that game.
yeah. I think I'm gonna watch it again.
Well, if I ever watch that game again, I'm probably watching like the last freaking quarter because
Yeah. See, that's what I was thinking. Just watch maybe the second half, because I mean, I left, you know, midway through the second,
yeah,
and I did want. No, go ahead.
I just hope in San Francisco, if we're on that first drive and we're rolling, I don't need no dumb play call that's gonna just kill every momentum we have, and then it doesn't take to like the last few minutes of the fourth quarter if we're still in it to
Yeah,
finally wake up.
that fourth down call in the first quarter was that was a head scratcher.
That just killed everything. That killed everything.
Yeah, yeah. I would have thought them going for the field goal at that particular moment when they stopped the Packers from a 4th and 1. Would have been a little bit more of a better decision and just hit the board early than
I was fine with
try
going.
for.
I was fine with going on 4th down. It's just I don't like the call.
Yeah,
I just say give them a none guy or Swift and just let them take it to get 1 yard because
yeah,
that's the exact same situation. You were somewhat in Lambeau on that last play where Caleb got intercepted.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I could have seen scenario both ways, go for it or just you know um, try a different form of trickeration, if you will. But yeah, that came out of that play came out of left field. I don't know what the hell Ben Johnson was thinking there.
Yeah, but look,
Yeah.
that's all we got to say here.
Yep.
The Bears will be playing next week on Sunday Night Football. I don't know if you're going to be on that game recap.
I'm gonna try, man. Getting up has been a real challenge, especially now that work has really kicked in with everything that I do. So
Maybe
I'll
they'll
do
let
my
you
very
off because it's
best.
Christmas week, but I probably doubt. No, I will be past Christmas.
Yeah, it'll be past Christmas, but there's still things going on in my area of the world that you know uh that requires my attention. Um, so, but I'm glad the Bears won. Be looking forward to San Francisco, and man, let's go get these W's, man.
Yeah. Well, if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Chicago Bears content. Again, we'll be back next week talking Chicago Bears, San Francisco 49ers game recap, and things like that. And yeah, but other than that, catch you guys next video, and we will see
Yep,
you guys
and don't
later.
forget, and let's not forget, Roll Tide.
Oh God. All right, guys.